Hi guys, welcome back to Geeks Wargaming and part 2 of this. I don't know, I haven't got a name for this series yet, so I guess some Craftworld, Eldar Craftworld build along. I don't know, comment about down below whatever you think this video series should be called, but it's basically me building and painting unit by unit of my new Eldar force. So in part 1 we saw that I had painted up the Spirit Seer, and that led me on to painting a unit for him to sort of go along with, which is the Wraith Guard that you see in front of you. As I mentioned in my last video, I went for these D cannons, I believe they're called, rather than D scythes, just because I've got the reroll to 1 buff, and I thought I'd go against the grain of what everyone else is doing. You know, because I'm like that apparently. So without further ado, let's take a closer look at some of these models. Now, these were really nice to put together. The sculpt on them, very nice as well. These are one of my favourite looking units in the whole Eldar Codex, particularly when they've got the melee weapons. So I'm really looking forward to doing those. But I'm going to hold off on those, I think, having just finished these. These didn't take very long at all. Because although they're, there's quite a lot of interesting detail on them, there's not a lot of fine detail that takes a long time. So very simple paint job. If you want to know the color scheme, the colors that I use, then go back to part 1, and it's all mentioned in there. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but it's fairly simple. It's about three different colors. Anyone should be able to achieve this, really. So that's the first guy. Popping back down. What I like about these as well is they're all completely unique poses as well. So the joints are all sort of keyed and everything, so there is only sort of one way that you can build each one, really. I think actually you can build the legs, then the body, and then the arms. You can put any arm combination on with any leg combination, and head, and then this this sort of back fin, and this bit as well. This is all sort of unique as well, so you can make them, if you're careful when you're building them, you can make them look completely different, each one. So that is the second one. This one, trying to make him look like he's sort of stalking with this quite large stride pattern he's got there, so as if he's striding towards, looking over in this direction. Obviously he's got no eyes, but you get the idea there. The end of the weapon, if this thing would focus, that was quite simple. It's just basically painting a little bit of white in there, and then that's just a little bit of a red wash. That's all I did in there, and that gives that kind of red glowing, which is quite a nice contrast to the colour of the rest of the model. So that's the third one. One up from the back. Really like this pose, this sort of more upright walking, and that looks really, really nice there, with his sort of loincloth just blowing in the wind, and his gun sort of slung down slightly as if he's just stalking the enemy. Really like that one. It's probably my favourite out of the squad. And then the last one is this one, another one that's walking. Slightly larger stride on that one, but yeah, really quite, I wouldn't say massively dynamic, but as I said, you can build them however you want. So that's the squad. So I've now got obviously the Spirit Seer and this squad done. So then I was thinking about what else do I add to this force. I've got a Wave Serpent in the box set. The Dead box set that I got these from to do, and then that would mean that this sort of whole little unit was complete, really, with the the HQ, these guys all in the same transport going up the field. But I decided not to go with that, because I thought, well, it would be better to actually get the force to a point where I can actually put it on the table, just for very small skirmish games at my local gaming group, or even when I meet up with Rich, we could have just some quick practice games. on a much smaller scale. So with that, I decided that I would go with Eldar Guardians. So in here, there's actually 30 Guardians that I've built up. Now, you're probably asking, why are they in that little plastic tub? Why haven't you finished them? You know, why aren't they on the sprue? Why aren't you showing sprues like you did in the last video? Well, a little bit of a story behind these. So, you might have noticed at the start of a video now we've got Frag and Plasma that shows up. They are a painting studio, and they're going to be painting these up for me, which really saves me a massive headache, because I'm not the quickest painter. I don't get an awful time to sit down and paint. So anything that is large volume like this could take me literally months, and I want to try and get this on the table as quickly as possible. So the guys at Frag and Plasma are kindly going to paint this up for me. They are able to match up all the colour schemes that I've done already. So it should slot nicely into the force which I've already done. Now, they do offer the full service, so they do the build, they do conversions and painting, but I thought just to sort of help out, speed up the process, I'd do the build. And oh my god, Eldar guys, you know, I can see now why you guys have had one of the most powerful codexes for a long time now, because other than the ones which I've just done, the Wraithguard and this Spirit Seer, you've got some of the worst models in the range in terms of the quality, how fiddly they are, the mould quality as well. These were just absolutely terrible. There was massive seam lines down the side of all the legs, around the back. I've had to do loads of sanding, loads of prep work. They're still probably not perfect, but I've gotten to the point where they can be painted and they'll look okay on the tabletop. These bits are individual and these are quite fiddly, you know, they're always getting stuck to your finger and flying off, stuff like that. Also, the reason why I've got them separated in these little boxes like this, which one did I get it out of? That one. I think it was that one. Better be that one. Is because their arms only fit in a certain way. So I've got 30 guys in here. So there are, out of the 30 guys, there are 5 unique sculpts. So I've got, what, 6 of exactly the same sort of arm pose. So in order to aid the painting process, I've left the gun off, so this can just be sort of all airbrushed, and then the gun arm can be added on just to help with the speed. So yeah, I've kind of separated them into their little columns to make that a little bit easier. The heads I've kept separately again for the ease of painting. Now you probably won't see in here, but see lots of little blobs of green stuff. A lot of these heads had massive indentations in them, where it was actually like almost like a hole had been drilled through. And I did email Games Workshop, but I didn't get any response. But hey, yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, I got the little platform, and as I said, I'm going with Beltan, so we've got the old shuriken. I was thinking about magnetizing this, but that's without paint on it, so it's probably going to be pretty stiff joint there anyway when it's all painted, so you probably could get away with not magnetizing them. So yeah, that's them done. So they're going off to Frag and Plasma. So the next video that you see will be these guys, all 30 of them, looking beautiful and shiny and complete, and then I will have a force that is ready to hit the tabletop. So that's it. Really looking forward to getting these back. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and if you like the video, click the like button. And click the notification bell as well, so then you won't miss any of these videos as I upload them, and any of our battle reports and Blood Bowl content and everything else that we do for you guys to watch. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.